Jets rookie minicamp is in the books. We'll recap it. Who are the winners? Who are the losers? And will the Jets be signing any of these guys coming out of it? Plus, we've got so much more. Boy Green Daily starts now.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. If you're hopping on YouTube, make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe. We're trying to make a chase to 10,000 subscribers, and every little bit helps. So thank you so much. Spread it out to other Jet fans in the YouTube community. Jets rookie minicamp is over. It started on Friday, ended yesterday. Soon the news should be trickling in really any moment, probably even live on this show. If any of the tryout players made it. Here's the full shish kebab. Over the weekend, it was a 43-man roster that comprised of the Jets' 7 draft picks in April, 15 undrafted free agents that were signed, 10 first-year players who were already under contract. They were just there. And then 12 players trying out to make the New York Jets roster, highlighted by Giovanni Williams, the youngest brother of Quinnen and Quincy, attempting to make the team. So like I said, we should get that news out shortly. I've been checking all the different places just to make sure. And if you guys see it live during the show, let me know, and we'll react to that live here on the program. So I'm very much looking forward to that. We will talk winners. We will talk losers. We'll talk about all kinds of insider notes and quotes from people that were there, and we'll break it all down. Also, the NFL schedule comes out on Wednesday, and here it is. This is from Brian McCarthy, who is a big person inside the NFL. He's the league office insider. He works in the communications department. Some of the schedule leaks that will be coming out. Well, I don't even know if you could call them leaks if they're on purpose, but several of the NFL's broadcast partners will be announcing games of the schedule in advance of the full schedule being dropped on Wednesday night. Today, NBC will make an announcement on the Today Show. That should come live during the show. Fox will be today as well. Prime Video will be today. So those 3 entities will be releasing select games. The big one for Jet fans will be tomorrow morning on Good Morning America. And I believe Good Morning Football as well, excuse me. Yes, Good Morning Football. There is Good Morning America, too. That'll be some of the ESPN games. But Good Morning Football tomorrow will have the international schedule, so we will officially know who the Jets are hosting in London. That's another nugget that's coming up shortly on Tuesday, tomorrow. And there's rumors that the Jets will be playing the Broncos in Week 6. We'll see if that's real or if that's a bunch of baloney. So that'll be coming up on the show as well. And speaking of the schedule, I just want to give a major shout out because it's currently the pinned comment on YouTube. If you're watching after the fact, it's in the YouTube description down below. I'm going to be hosting Jet fans for a Jets game in 2025. We don't know when it is yet or things of that nature. And despite the fact that we don't know who the opponent's going to be, we don't know when the game's going to be, we don't know how much the Jets tickets are, we don't know how much the tailgate tickets are, we will be hosting a tailgate. Despite not knowing a lot of that information, 60 New York Jet fans have signed up on the sign-up sheet. And guys, I just got to tell you, it means the world. It's so friggin' cool to see that number of people. I had no idea what to expect when I said I was going to really do this and host this for the first time. But it's been an unbelievable response. So thank you to everyone who signed up so far. And you guys can continue to sign up. There is no limit, as far as I'm aware, outside of whatever the capacity is of MetLife Stadium. So I guess if we get to whatever it is, 50-something thousand, maybe then we could talk. But feel free to sign up. If you want to tailgate, eat and drink before the game altogether, shout out to Chef Kevin Gilbert, who will be catering said event. If you want to sit together and watch the Jets game, then fill out the sign-up sheet. First and last name. If you're interested in the Jets tickets, how many. If you're interested in the tailgate, how many tickets? Again, it will cost money. Thank you to Chef for providing the food. We will charge a relatively small fee. We'll get more into that when we get there. But and then if you need a parking pass, but again, if you get a parking pass through me, you have to buy a Jets ticket through me. And the thing I can guarantee about the Jets ticket is that there's no taxes and there's no extra fees. So I will give you the best ticket for your money. Shout out to the Jets. I already gave them a deposit on the ticket. So we'll do you a solid from that perspective. You get to sit with us, get it for a great deal, and it'll be awesome. So I can't wait for that. So again, we already have 60 people signed up. Insane. And you guys can continue to. Also to answer a couple of FAQs, frequently asked questions. No, you don't have to buy a Jets ticket from me. You can just come to the tailgate if that's what you prefer. But I hope you get to do both, because then you'll get to sit together and enjoy the full experience, or vice versa. You can, tailgate with us and go to the game, or not go to the game with us, or vice versa. You don't have to go to the game with us, but you can go to the Jets home game with us. I'm saying that very confusing, but you get the point. So people continue to sign up. Let's go. All right, we got a lot to get to here on the program. Also, let's give one more shout out here. Throughout the entire month of May, this is our giveaway. Throw it up on the screen. It's the commemorative game coin from last season. It comes with a certificate of authenticity. It's from the National Football League. You get that included. The mint New York Jets coin, and a full-size signature football by the New York Jets, signed by the whole team last year. Both of those items are up for grabs. We'll be gifting that to one lucky person on June 1st. Throughout the entire month of May, you guys can submit raffle tickets, and it's very easy to do so. Just spend $2.99 on the channel. The easiest way to do that is by joining the Boy Green Coffee Club yourself. In the YouTube description down below, join the Boy Green Coffee Club here. You become a YouTube member. You get a loyalty badge next to your name. You get priority replies and shout-outs in the middle of the show consistently. You get access to our emojis. You get access to our Discord channel. Plus, if you buy a Boy Green Coffee Club membership this month, you get a raffle ticket for those prizes on the screen. The more raffle tickets you have, the better your odds. But if you have at least one, you've got a chance. You guys can also use Super Chats. Send those questions or comments in. Plus, gift channel memberships. You can do that if you're watching on YouTube. Hit the money sign, final option, gift channel memberships. Gift as many as you'd like. As many as your heart desires. With that being said, let's get to it. My pop says, take the like button to Pound Town. Feel free. Yeah, baby. And look at that, right off the top rope, J-Boy gifting a 5-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Blessed be he. All right, let's read those 5 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Shout out to our guy J-Boy here. Sam Massaro, Matt, DesJet11, Jacob Smith, and Alan getting a, there you go, Alan, getting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. J-Boy, you now have 87 raffle tickets so far this month, you handsome devil. And let's friggin' go. You love to see it, and you are obviously in first place with your raffle ticket contributions, my man, and we appreciate you. Hey now, welcome Alan and the rest of the gang to the program. Okay, let's do this. Yes, and also I'm wearing my Boston Celtics gear because the Celtics are about to tie the series up tonight in Madison Square Garden, and I just hope all you Knicks fans are ready for that. I will be hosting the radio show solo today, the Man Shout Show with Boy Green, and you guys can feel free to tune in. Yeah. Here we go. Anywho, let's get to it. Let's talk about some winners. Let's talk about some losers. First off, we'll do a shout-out here to our guy, Nick Faria, who's the Jets reporter for JetsXFactor.com. He was there during rookie minicamp, and he documented the winners and losers so we can react to them, whether we agree or disagree or whatnot. So let's get into it. One of his winners, Arian Smith, the Jets rookie receiver out of Georgia, made his winner list. And he said, quote, no one helped their cause this week more than Jets 4th-round pick Arian Smith, end quote. He gave him credit for his speed and the way he communicated, and that Aaron Glenn raved about him. And, you know, it's great to see this. Now, let's start all of this off, obviously, with their running around in T-shirt and shorts. So you have to sort of factor that in to the entire picture, right? That, just because they're a winner for this does not mean they're going to be an all-pro or superstar or what have you, but it's an early temperature check of something out that we see here. There you go, Alan. Shout out to Jim Lurch. Jim Lurch will not be on the show today. He's got other commitments. But yes, pour one out for my radio co-host, Jim the Man-Child Lurch. He's a nice guy. Yeah. So I appreciate it. So pour one out. All right, we got a couple of member shout-outs here. Let me get to those real quick here on the program. Appreciate you. Cuca Lake Jet Fan jumping in. Every time we get any kind of super chat or member shout-out, we hear from my daughter, Zora Luna.
Wow.
Cuca Lake Jet Fan, a member for 6 months. Appreciate you, good sir. Over under 3.5 starters from this rookie class. All right, let me pull up Jets full class here. All right, let's see. All right, Armand Membu's a starter. Yeah. Mason Taylor's a starter. Yeah. That's at right tackle and tight end, respectively. Let's see. I think Malachi Moore's a starter. Yeah. So that's 2025. And I think Azaria Thomas is eventually a starter at some point this season. So, yeah. So that's 4. And again, getting 4 starters, I think, is tremendous. We'll see on Arian. Obviously, Nick Ferry is very high on Arian Smith. He said he could be the number 2 wide receiver if he catches consistently. So you could have 5 starters. I mean, that'd be incredible. And I think that's how really the temperature of this draft class should be in particular. Do you find starters and or key contributors, right? Like Azaria Thomas is a good example. Is he a guy that's just going to be a strong rotation? Is he going to be Brandon Eccles? And Brandon Eccles played a very important role, not very surface level for fans outside of the Jets. They may not understand, but Jet fans knew how important Brandon Eccles was and a playmaker when he got his opportunities, whether guys got banged up or tired or whatever. When he rotated in, he made an impact. So I categorize them as starters or high-level contributors. And yes, I would hit the over on this, Cuca Lake Jet fan. Good question, good comment coming in, sure. Absolutely. That's a good comment right there. All right, let's get another one in here. This is from our boy K-Brock, the Jets fan.
Wow.
Morning BG, member for 8 months. Thank you, K-Brock. Can't wait for this Jets game. Jet up. I can't either. I can't wait for the full season, quite frankly, but specifically as it pertains to this game. I'm ready for the schedule to come out so we can understand where the games are, when they are, what the possibilities are. Because, you know, for the 60 people that signed up, obviously, for this Jets game I'm going to be hosting, who knows if all 60 will be able to go to whatever game I pick. So hopefully I pick a good game that ultimately as many people can go to as possible. So that's my goal. There's a lot of fun opponents on the schedule, but hopefully it lines up that way. That's what I'm hoping. Fingers crossed for Jet fans. So the 60 that signed up, as soon as we know the game, that will figure out, help me with ticket price and things of that nature, and all that other information should start falling into place after Wednesday. And as soon as I know that information, whatever contact information you provided, I'm going to follow up and say, hey, you said you wanted 4 tickets. This is the game. Are you still in? Here's the prices. Yes? No? Okay. And no worries, by the way. This Google Doc sign-up sheet, that's the pinned comment on YouTube, that does not lock you in, and no matter what, you have to go, and sorry, family, I have to do this. No. It's for interest. And then I hope that you are actually interested in going, and then we could go through it. So, K-Brock in this particular situation. K-Brock, I'm really excited about it. Can't wait. Going to be perfect. It's going to be a real hoot. So, thank you, K-Brock. Appreciate it. Just want to make sure I get all those in. We got Jake Asman here. Whoa, celebrity in the building. Love it. Oh, wow. We have a Jake shout out. I was just going to shout out Jake in general, but okay, here we go.
Wow.
Jake Asman, the legend. Jake Asman and the Asmaniacs out in the audience. Member for 9 months. Boy Green brings energy, passion, and great takes. Well, okay, Jake, blowing some smoke up my trousers here. Yeah, handsome bastard. I appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words. Yeah, you know, I was just sort of, you know, as I was looking around our Jets content creator universe here recently over the last couple of days, it just you're just so lucky to have Jet fans to have all this kinds of content. No matter where you go, there's so much great content out there of our Jets content creator universe, which is really cool. Us all having each other on the show and expansion and all that, and giving you guys the latest on our favorite football team. It's pretty cool. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jake, for the kind words. Appreciate seeing you in the chat. Very nice. A lot of action, a lot of activity happening in the comments section, I can see. More on that in a little bit. Well, let's get some more winners and losers here. So real quick on Arian Smith, like the kid, is he going to be a starter? Well, shit. I mean, that'd be awesome if he is. That'd be awesome if he is. But TBD. I don't know. I mean, the good news is that the path is there, right? That there's no like guy that stands out as obvious to be that guy. So here we go. Oh, just getting this in. Let me hit the extra music we have. The game that was just announced. Shout out to my pop for this one. September 4th game just announced. Cowboys Eagles. So is that? I'm assuming that's a season opener. So please confirm, people, if you see that out there, because I'm doing the show, so I don't see it live. So awesome. Okay, there you go. Yeah, good. I believe that's a season opener. So shout out to Pop. If you guys see any other scheduled news that should be popping over the coming days, please let me know. Shout out to Pop. Terrence Hill. Paul, you haven't been on Jake's show in a while. Why y'all gotta starve it over here? I don't know. Me and Jake, I'll get Jake on this show too. I guess I haven't had Jake on in a while. I didn't think about it, but yeah, we'll get Jake on soon, and vice versa, I'm sure. Yeah, Jake's the man. I love Jake. Stephen Fox, Boy Green. Do you member the Boy Green Catholic Club? Shout out to Stephen. Do you think Olu Fashanu is ready to be a franchise left tackle? I do. A couple of years ago, the year he didn't come out, it was the year before. So let me do all my math here. So 2023, I loved Olu Fashanu, and I wanted the Jets to land him. But it seemed unlikely if he would have entered that draft because we had the 15th overall pick in that class. So I'm kind of glad he went back to school to give us a chance to draft him the next year, even though I didn't think we'd have a chance because, we had Aaron Rodgers and all that jazz, and we know how that turned out. But so I really loved the player for a while. And I used to play this Madden Dynasty League where rookies from future classes were put in, and maybe this is just poetic. In that weird franchise universe we were playing, I drafted Olu Fashanu to the Jets 3 years before it happened, which was sort of crazy, 2 or 3 years before it happened. So it sort of felt poetic when it actually happened. You're like, oh, look, we were doing that before. But yes, I do. I think he has all the tools. I love the floor as a pass protector, which obviously is an important part of the game. He's working on the run blocking ability. I think he has a chance to be our next guy. Now, obviously, we've had some great guys in our history, from Winston Hill, Hall of Famer, DeBrickashaw Ferguson, who, again, I think the Jets fan base just we took him for granted. We didn't realize, he was just so rock solid. He wasn't always an all-pro or Pro Bowler superstar, but he was just rock solid. We never talked about him, which was good news because he was so rock solid. And I think in his post-career, we've appreciated him more. Holy shit, that DeBrickashaw Ferguson guy. That was a great guy. So, yeah, if Olu Fashanu could be half the player that DeBrickashaw Ferguson was, Jet fans should be elated. And obviously, dodged the bullet, which was Fashanu going down last year. We're Jet fans are geez, what is this? And, we thought it was a very serious injury, and it is great to just hear that we dodged that bullet for Olu, and it ended up not being as serious as originally intended. I think that's great news for Jet fans. But yes, I absolutely believe Olu Fashanu is going to be a franchise left tackle. 3 siblings here. My favorite content creator is Bobby Midnight. He's everyone's favorite content creator. He's my mama's favorite content creator, I'm sure. Yeah. So I appreciate that. There you go. And confirm, Pop says season opener for the season. Cowboys Eagles, great. Yeah, that's a good game choice. They don't always go divisional. And there you go. Jake's right. I was on the draft cast. I was about to say, I can't remember when I was on, but there you go. Boom. I was on for that. That was awesome. Yeah. J-Boy, season opener. That's not Kansas City. The NFL season about to be good. There you go. That's a good game. They don't always pick divisional games, but that's a good one. Yeah, sure. That's not, like I said, that's not always it. Good. So Eagles, Cowboys. So again, guys, if you see any other schedule notes in quotes, let me know. All right, some more winners and losers here. So shout out to Arian Smith. He looked really good, and he was catching the ball consistently. And I probably the fan base is got to hear Arian Smith for the first time in terms of really talking, not emotional on his cell phone in his bedroom. We got a real press conference conversation with Arian. So I'm really excited for the young man. A loser apparently is in the same wide receiver breath, Malachi Corley, according to Nick Feria. He says Smith is doing what Corley did not in his rookie year, impressing the coaches in practice. And so be it. We haven't, we obviously we don't have cameras on for the voluntary offseason workout programs that's been going on for somewhere in the ballpark of the last 6 weeks. So we don't know how the new staff feels about Corley, but obviously Smith stocked up. I think there's a lot of meat in the room, though, to be honest with you, because you got Garrett Wilson. We all know Garrett Wilson. And you start going down the wide receiver wrong. We don't know who wide receiver 2 is, but I've labeled them into categories. We have the big physical, bigger body guys, and Josh Reynolds and Alan Lazard over here. And then over here we have the 3 young cats that are really unproven: Tyler Johnson, Malachi Corley, Arian Smith. Where do those guys all sort of settle once we get the depth chart sort of figured out? And then obviously you have all these talented UDFAs and other receivers. Younger players have a chance to make some noise. You still have Xavier Gibson hanging around and players of that nature. So I don't know if I would, then basically if Arian Smith did anything, you were always, I guess, going to write Malachi Corley a loser. So I don't know if I really call him that. But to be honest, he just has no ties. So that's neither good nor bad. It's sort of a neutral. Let's see what he does. And also, Malachi Corley brings something different to the table when we're talking about here with rookie minicamp. Malachi, I don't think he was one of the players. I could double check the veteran list actually real quick. I don't think so. Here are all the people that are already signed to the Jets roster that were there. Neil Johnson, Zach Kuntz, Cole Laval, Adrian Martinez, Jackson Sermon, Austin McNamara, Pokey Wilson, and Obina Easy were the guys. So no, Malachi Corley was not at this thing. But Malachi Corley is beefier. He's like, he's more compact. He's stronger. He's got more Brutus beefcake on his frame. Arian Smith is a lot lighter. He's like $180, something like that. So yeah, Corley's got like 30, 40 pounds on him. So they're just different players. So the reason why I bring that up is I don't necessarily know if they're doing the same things. They will be doing some of the same things, some of those manufactured touches of flares, pops, smokes, things of that nature, of just getting them the ball in space and seeing what they can do, straight up screens, things of that nature. So we'll see what happens. So I don't know if they're competing for the same thing. Yeah, there you go. Taylor Sterling is 215, 220. Arian's like 180. So again, he's got like a 30, 40-pound advantage on him. They will be doing, again, some of the same things naturally because of the manufactured touch, or just getting him in space. But I do think there are other ways they can both contribute on the field at the same time. So I don't know if they're directly correlated. I understand people make that assumption based at wide receiver in throwing them in gadget roles, but I don't know if they exactly are perceived in that way, I would say. But interesting. So a loser there. He said a winner, well, Aaron Glenn. He says the more that Aaron Glenn speaks to the media, we notice the difference in styles. We talked about this on the show yesterday, but I would just say this, and maybe this is inherently unfair. Robert Saleh, when he spoke, he felt like Boy Green in a weird way, that he just, I have all these catchphrases and things that I say, and I don't know if I want to be compared to Robert Saleh with everything that's been going on, but nonetheless, he said quirky, catchy things that we talked about, and they were, keep the main thing, and all gas, no break, and all these like sayings. Aaron Glenn doesn't have all these sayings that we're talking about, or talking about crows and atmospheres and all this weird shit. Aaron Glenn's just talking about football, and he's just a straight up football guy, and you either accept it or you don't. So again, that may be inherently unfair to Robert Saleh, but hey, he's the highest paid defensive coordinator in football. He's doing all right. So, but it's good to hear that he's vibing. And I think the thing I noticed here from Aaron Glenn speaking to the media this time around is it seems like he's relaxing. What do I mean by that? When we saw him at the owners' meeting and he's at a table and there's like 30 people around him, or after his introductory press conference and he's in the media scrum, that's when he's alone and there's a bunch of people around him, he's a little defensive, feisty. He's like, hey, man, we're not talking about this. We're doing this. We're doing this. We're doing that. Receipts. Yeah, Terrence Hill, that's another one. Receipts, right? There's a million things that Saleh said that I forgot. And then there were these catchy, like whatever Saleh said, there were these catchy things that we all glommed onto, like receipts and this and this. And he had a million of them. They were just Saleh-isms. So far, there's been less AG-isms. There's no all gas, no break, we're the Jets and we're built for this shit. I guess that's the closest thing we got. And that was at his press conference. But the fact of the matter is he just seems more like, hey, this is who I am and this is it. And that's been more acceptable. But I would say that AG's gotten more comfortable. Like in this media setting, there's no feisty moments. And again, we will see how it all happens when we fast forward to the season. and the Jets are, when they inevitably lose a game, how does AG respond to that adversity? That will be a telltale. So everything here in May is not the end-all, be-all. But I'll just say that he's sort of gotten more comfortable in his role. He's like, okay, Rich Cimini, Zach Rosenblatt, all these people in the audience, these are the same people that are going to be in the grind every day in May, June, July, August, going all the way through. He's getting more comfortable with the people, basically, is how I sort of perceived it. So, yeah, I would call AG a big winner, too. It's great for us all to learn more about him. Unfortunately, another loser. I talked about some of those undrafted free agents. Nick Ferrier put Quentin Skinner. He's the Kansas wide receiver, 6'3" player. Says he didn't stand out, wasn't featured in any way, and he needs to produce a lot moving forward, quote unquote. If he wants to crack the 53-man roster, I would say yes as well. And again, we're sort of talking winners or losers from this T-shirt and shorts practice we saw. So, again, take that all into consideration as we're talking about it here. But he does need to do a lot to crack the 53. But the good news is that the wide receiver room, it doesn't have a lot of stars, but it just has, like, guys. So there's opportunity. There's opportunity. So good there on Quentin Skinner. Let's see. Stock down Brady Cook, another loser from Nick Ferrier. Said the Missouri undrafted free agent was never going to beat out Adrian Martinez. He's still learning how to be a professional. He missed several throws on the final day of camp. Again, another thing we have to sort of consider here, especially with the quarterbacks, is they're working with people they have never worked with before. So sort of factor that in. Brady Cook's going to have an opportunity to be the QB3. Adrian Martinez was the QB3 last year, or QB4, however you want to call it. He was the practice squad quarterback, and that's a position that he and Brady Cook are fighting for. Who knows if that'll be on the 53-man roster? It's still too early to tell. We don't know the philosophies of these people coming in here, so more to be said there. I love this stock up on Donovan Edwards, and I've heard this from several people, so salute to Donovan Edwards here. The undrafted running back out of Michigan. Nick Ferrier called him, quote unquote, the biggest winner of the undrafted group. And yeah, that's great to hear. Rich Cimini had the same things to say. I just want to go to a Rich Cimini winner, loser sort of thing. He said, Donovan Edwards caught my eye, got a ton of reps, good hands, smooth out of the back of the field. He should compete for a roster spot. If I had to pencil it in right now, I think he is RB4. And then I see Ricky's in our comment section. The other guy apparently that stood out is Lawrence Toafili. He flashed. He's a tryout player. We'll see if he made the roster. Again, that news should be coming in at some point here, and we'll see. So there you go. Some winners and losers. Feria and the rest of them. Let me see if anything from Zach Rosenblatt before we sign off here from this portion of our conversation. Oh, yeah, the attendance apparently was great. 90% attendance rate in Phase 1 and Phase 2. It's been 94%. Shout out to AG for that. Armand Membu looks apart, according to Zach Rosenblatt. He predicts Mason Taylor will quickly become a top target for Justin Fields. Makes sense, because if Garrett's getting double teamed, somebody else is going to have to get the rock, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Shout out to Tyler Barron, who is an intriguing pass rusher, and obviously there's been a lot of love for Giovanni Williams, the youngest brother as well of Quinnen and Quincy. And then he also shouted out Donovan Edwards as another guy. So he seems to be getting the most buzz. And remember that Donovan Edwards is already signed, so he's not competing for anything this weekend specifically. He's good. The only players that are trying out are the 12, led by, like I said, Giovanni Williams. So over these 3 days, AG said he was trying to learn 3 things. Are they willing to learn? Are they coachable? And do they play special teams? And he says a lot of them have answered those questions, so we'll see if any of them stood out. And again, I would highly anticipate I don't want to say a lot, some of these tryout players making the 90-man roster. Well, do they make the 53? Whoa. Before we get there, let's see if they made it from this weekend. Again, that information should be coming at some point here shortly. All righty, baby. There you go. Winners, losers, everything else. We got 400 people in the room. Like the video. Hit subscribe. That is youtube.com/boygreen25, baby. Make sure you show your support for the channel. And again, 2 friggin' shout-outs, and then we'll go to the phone lines here on the show. Okay. Let's do this. Again, our raffle is going on for the rest of the month of May. All you have to do is send in your $2.99 super chats or purchase a Boy Green Coffee Club membership in the YouTube description or gift out Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Feel free to do that. Throw it up on the screen, baby. You'll get a game coin from last season from the New York Jets. It has the New York Jets logo on it, the inaugural season, 1960, when they're back as the New York Titans. Certificate of authenticity comes along with it. That's straight up from the National Football League. You get that full thing, the case, the coin, and the certificate of authenticity, plus full-size New York Jets signature football autographed by the entire team last year. Both of those are up for grabs, baby. If you want a chance at that, you just got to send in $2.99 to the channel at some point throughout the month. And again, you can send in $1 now and $2 more later. It adds up. I keep track of the whole thing throughout the entire month. So good luck to all you guys out there. And one more time, use the sign-up sheet, baby. At the start of today's show, we had 60 tickets committed for Jets tickets. Committed from you awesome fans out there in the universe. If you guys want to get in on the action and want to make sure you don't miss out, hit the sign-up sheet. It's currently the pinned comment. That's about to go away because we're going to open up the phone line, so you guys can check it as well in the YouTube description down below, depending on when you guys are watching this video. So absolutely feel free to do so and keep signing up. The response has been awesome, and we'll see how many we get to. That would be absolutely incredible. And I see we just had someone else sign up live here on the show. There's 2 more tickets. We're at 62, baby, here on the channel. There we go. Let's keep it rolling. Shout out to Barbara. Okay, Barbara getting in on the action. Love it. Guys, keep them coming. That is so cool to see. Awesome, 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 awesome. Let's go. Let's go. Like I said, join that Boy Green Coffee Club down below. That's one of the best investments you guys can make, baby. It's one of the best investments you can make. You can get a raffle ticket to our contest and join the Boy Green Coffee Club. And here's the other reason you want to join the Boy Green Coffee Club. I told you one of the things we don't know yet is which Jets game are we going to? Do you want to have a say in which game we do choose? Join the Boy Green Coffee Club in the Discord. Okay, that's an app you can download. That's where you can, basically, it's a way to text me, essentially. It goes right to my phone if you have questions, comments, or anything. When the schedule comes out, I'm immediately going to the Discord, picking 3 or 4 games, and we're all going to vote on it. And then based on those results and some conversations with Boy Green Daily and people that are going to be involved, we're going to pick a game very quickly, and then we're going to say, hey, here's the game or games, because we'll send our preference list to the New York Jets, and that's how it's going to happen. If you want to say in that, then join the Boy Green Coffee Club. You can support the channel, you can have a say in the tickets, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So we'll see. Why don't Alan go to this game? Who knows if he isn't? I don't believe I've seen him signed up yet, but hey, you could be. Hey, it's still available. Again, still opportunities to do it. We'll do this. We'll play a quick HEP timeout. Phone lines open next here on Boy Green Daily.
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams. Watch Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S. Jets. Let's go.
You heard HEP. Let's go, baby. Also, HEP is going to be at that tailgate as well, singing some Boy Green Daily songs and so much more. We'll also be documenting all the fun action happening on the program with some camera work and things of that nature. So we'll try to document the event for people that can't go, and hopefully you guys will all be able to do that as well and enjoy. Because I've seen a few people that say they won't be able to make it, but they want to see, kind of experience everything we will. And yeah, we will document all that and put it up on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and all those social media apps. So you guys will have opportunities to do that, so to watch and everything. So that will be great. Okay, let's go to the phone lines. We'll kick it off with HEP here on the show. What's up, HEP?
Hey, fellas. Hey, Paul. You know, I was thinking about the offense, and if we have G-Dub wide out, and we have Smith on the other side wide out, we got Corley in the slot, we have Brees in the backfield, and then we got we have the threat of JF7 going off at any moment. I mean, that's
tight end Mason Taylor too. You have him at tight end. I mean, yeah.
I mean, that's pretty a little scary. I mean, there's a lot of options there. The other thing is people say about the drops. I remember Devontae dropping a lot of balls last year.
Oh my gosh, yes, he had a lot of drops. It's incredibly frustrating. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. Anyway, I just want to jump on quick. I think I don't know what the story is with Corley. Is it an attitude thing going on with that guy?
You see, this is where we get into what people perceive. Like, for instance, me and Woody don't always agree on Tuesdays, Thursdays. And we were raised differently too. So Malachi Corley, when he had this stupid mistake, I'm like, oh my God, what an idiot.
Yeah.
And then in his first media availability, it wasn't immediately after the game. It was like a few days later. He's asked about it, and they're like, geez, are you beating yourself up about it? He's like, no. He's like, I'm not even thinking about it. He's like, I made a mistake. Who cares? Move on. To me, that sort of made me feel like, dude, take some accountability here. Like, you're lucky that we won the game, so we're not going back to that saying, oh, dude, you freaking blew it
Lost
for us.
The game, yeah.
So I wonder in a way if by it not costing us a game, did he say to himself, who gives a shit? We didn't even lose the game anyway. And thus, that whatever moral compass would have been affected by this more harshly if we lost, that he sort of escaped when it's almost like when kids do stupid crap. And if they get away with it once, they're like, oh, this is awesome. I'm going to keep doing it until I get caught. And then when I get caught, oh, geez, I'm so sorry. You're not really sorry. You're just sorry you got caught. So, yeah, me and Woody perceive it differently. I thought he should have had a little bit more remorse with the decision. And Woody's like, dude, I'd rather him move forward. So we have different perspectives. So I think it was a little bit of a shitty attitude, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought that in that situation, I think he was just totally embarrassed. And it was like he put on a front. He put on a front to like, I don't care. But meanwhile, he was like, oh, shit. I was a fucking idiot.
Yeah, right. Which maybe he just didn't want to harp on it. Which again, I understand. We've all done embarrassing things in our life, and I probably, I wasn't immediately into a press conference about it after, so I can sort of understand that it's a different form. So hey, the thing is that's all in the past. The new coaching staff doesn't give a crap about that. It's about impressing them now and moving forward. And again, I'm rooting for Corley, so I hope he turns it all around.
I mean, he's a third-round pick, so he's we invested some capital into him.
No doubt.
Anyway, all right. Peace out, guys.
I appreciate it, Hep. Again, if we're trying to have the vision of the young boys that Hep just said, you have Breece Hall in the backfield. You have Garrett Wilson out wide. You have Arian Smith on one side. You have Malachi Corley in the slot. You have Mason Taylor at tight end. You have Justin Fields, 26 years old. Plus, you have that entire offensive line that's 27 or younger. Look at the youth. It's exciting. It's tantalizing. It's all these things. Can they realize their potential? If they can, perhaps a surprise Jet season is in the cards coming up. And that's incredibly exciting. Yeah, so I love it. I love the juice from Hep. No question. Very nice. Well, let's go to the phone lines. We've got Scotty.
Tonight's the night, Paul. Tonight we find out if the Knicks win. Still not over, but if the Celtics win, it's going to be a rough road. And the worst part of it is I have to listen to Alon. That is the absolute worst part of it. Not your dad, not you. I know you're a true fan.
Yeah.
Your dad acknowledged the 20-point comebacks, but I have to listen to Alon. That's the fate that I've been given. And I'm a Jet fan, which doesn't add to my joy. But
so it's not going to end after this, right? So after whatever happens, we'll see what happens. I agree with you. Tonight's a big game. If the Celtics win, all of a sudden the momentum is completely flipped, and now it's a best of three, and we'll see what happens. If the Knicks win, whoa, to your point, it's not over, but a 3-1 is a pretty dominating part where now the Celtics have to face whatever it is, 3-4 straight elimination games to try to flip it around. So it's incredibly difficult. The problem is that regardless of what happens, Knicks win, Celtics win, who cares? Allen will be here after the fact because he's a Jets guy. So
that's it. So let's talk about the Jets, though. I do think this is being absolutely overlooked. And as part of Jet Nation, and you just have some amazing fans, like Jake's show has an amazing group of fans. You have an amazing group of fans. I really challenge everybody to go look at these stats. There is an absolute incredible stat that points to what Muji and Glenn are doing, and they're building, I really believe, the right way. I think the floor is wild card because of this stat. Take a look at the top 8 teams, the top offensive lines. Every single one of them made the playoffs except the Carolina Panthers. I believe that this offensive line is going to be that good. It may take a year to grow into. This is where the projection comes. But if they're in the top 5, forget about just the wide receiver by committee. I still think, and I'm telling you, I think if they get Keenan Allen, it would make a huge difference. But they have the running ability with this quarterback. He is so athletic. And with Breece Hall, I think Breece is going to go off. This offensive line lives up to what we believe it's going to be. We're going to make the playoffs. It's my prediction. I believe it.
I love it.
Die hard.
Yeah. That's the only way to be. Thanks, Scotty, for the call. Appreciate it. Yeah. What I would say is this. I know that there wasn't a lot of sex appeal with the Armand Membu pick, but now that it's happened and he's a Jet, and you take a step back and you say, hey, man, with this offensive line, what does it unlock the possibilities? The run game, the passing game. Justin Fields is going to have time. Justin Fields is still going to have to evaluate the field and go through his progressions like any quarterback, but it's going to be a little bit easier when you have this stud offensive line. There will be some growing. The benefit of the everyone is under the age of 27. John Simpson's the oldest of the group, is that they're young and impressionable. And again, the youth is great for the juice. And then the other part is that sometimes there's going to be some of those little hiccups. And can they overcome them? We will see. If you overcome them, we'll see. But I'm really excited about it. So, yeah, floor for the playoffs. That'd be terrific. I mean, obviously, we haven't been to the playoffs since I was back in high school. I ended high school a long time ago. A long time ago. I'm old now. Or, as people say, I can't say I'm old now because I break the rules. But you get the point. But playoffs?
Playoffs? Are you talking about the playoffs?
Sign me up. I'm in. If we can wheel that into existence, that'd be pretty cool. And that means Justin Fields our quarterback. So that'd be all good news, quite frankly, if that happens. I see, Alan, you're asking about the non-John Gruden brother and his comments. We'll have that for a different show later this week, I'm sure. We'll probably squeeze it in on Tuesday or Wednesday. So I heard what the other Gruden brothers said. We'll save it for due time. I wanted to put a proper bow on the rookie minicamp before we move forward. But yes, I've seen people asking me, Paul, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? We'll get into that. I promise. We'll eventually get into that other Gruden brother. All right, back to the phone lines here. Ricky, New York Live, joins us here on the program. What's up, Ricky?
Hey, what's happening, Paul? I'm not going to go over some of the things you said about Saleh. And, dude, you know what? Like, Saleh, I think that like his wife got him a congratulations on becoming a coach gift. And it was one of those different dumbass inspirational things for each day. And that's what we got every time he walked to the podium. It was exhausting. It's so nice to have a coach that's like a straight shooter that just tells it like it is for a change instead of trying to, be I don't Nostradamus or something, prophetic saying every time he speaks. But at any rate, and the other thing is with Malachi, with Corley, it wasn't just the one mistake. It was like people think that he got benched because of one mistake. It wasn't just one mistake. Numerous people that it was a maturity problem. The same people that trotted out Michael Clements every week said this kid was too immature to see the field. And from what I've gathered talking to people, like, he was, kind of like walking around like, y'all need to stop talking about expanding route trees and all this shit and start scheming up ways to get me the ball. I'm the Yak King, and just kind of, walking around with a rock star attitude. And to say that our coaching staff probably mismanaged how they handled him, I mean, they mismanaged everything else. Why not? And just like you said, kids can do some dumb shit, but you know what? Some parents can handle kids when they do dumb stuff, and others can't. That's a good point. I think this past week or so at the draft, we saw an example of parents that can't handle their kids so well from our former coaching staff. So that being said, I like the direction that we're headed in. I'm really happy to hear that Toafili was doing good and turned some heads out there at rookie camp. That was nice to hear. And
hopefully we get some good news on him shortly here on your boy. I hope, because we should hear it. I would say imminently, whether or not he's going to sign.
Maybe in some trouble.
Maybe.
I hope so. I hope so. I think that would be for the team. Gives us something a little bit different, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the way that this whole thing is taking shape. And experiment is over with. I'm ready for a fresh start and a new direction, and it's really refreshing to have a coach that just kind of tells it like it is. Like, we don't have to play these guessing games all the time and try to see what's going on. So looking forward to it, looking real forward to the schedule coming out. And that's pretty much all I got for today. Thank you to everybody who subbed to the channel. And, I'm trying to work to get some more content up there for people. So at any rate, appreciate it and have a great day.
There he is, Ricky, creating content himself. And to me, it's a proud moment. The tears are streaming down the face when I see you guys branch off and do your own things. That's so friggin' cool. And if you do, feel free to come back and promote. I love seeing stuff like that. So there's no nothing about it. I welcome you guys promoting your stuff on the channel. Please do. This is a show by the people for the people. So absolutely. So awesome to Ricky, and you guys can submit to his YouTube channel. And Ricky, every time you come in to promote it or talk about it, put it down in the YouTube comment section. I'll highlight it here on the screen so people could go hit it up. That'd be awesome. As Stephen Fox says, smash that like button, baby. That's a free way to contribute. People forget, they're just watching the show, enjoying. They're like, geez, I never liked it. Like it. Make that a part of your routine, baby. As soon as you come in on YouTube, boop, 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 ow. Give some of that. Or as, the milk udders for old Green Bean. Milk them, I guess. Or Pound Town or whatever you guys are drinking, the Kool-Aid, feel free. That's great. Awesome. Yeah, like the video. Hit subscribe, baby. Appreciate it. Good comments there coming in. Good comments. All right, I was just seeing if we had any other schedule news. Yeah, there you go. Dave Briggs says, I always hit the like button first. Hey now. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate you. Yeah, and I can't wait. You guys will get the menu and everything of that nature soon, too. So that's going to be awesome as it's coming in. It's going to be awesome. Let me see. I think we got another announcement here. 1 second. Let me see. It just sort of jumped on my screen. Oh, nope, that's just NBC. Okay, yeah, still Cowboys-Eagles. I was seeing if there's any other update. We should get a few more today, so we'll see what other ones. I don't know how many of them are Jets-related. Maybe none. The one tomorrow will be Good Morning Football international schedule, so we will know who the Jets host in London. Again, the current rumor is Week 6 hosting the Denver Broncos in London, but that has not been confirmed yet. So we'll keep an eye out for that one. We'll keep an eye out. Let me just see this list real quick from the Jets. I just want to go back to rookie minicamp and do any final highlights, nuggets, notes that we can on these guys. Let's see. Let me see. Give a couple of shout outs here. So the UDFAs and the tryouts. Okay, so first off on the UDFAs, here's a couple of guys just wanted to. Brady Cook obviously is going to have a chance for QB3. I'm excited for Quentin Skinner. He averaged 22 yards per catch last year, 6'4", 203 pounds. He's interesting. Jamal Pritchett will be an interesting guy. He's the South Alabama receiver, first-team All-Sun Belt performer. He led their league in receiving yards this past season with 1,100 at a school record, 91 catches. He's an interesting guy, but a smaller dude. He's only 5'9", but $175. Don't know if that size profile will fit what Jets have. Again, keep an eye out for Donovan Edwards. He's a major, massive winner. Loved the player pre-draft. Again, in our final Jets mock draft, I had the Jets taking him in the 6th round. So The fact they got him as a UDFA was absolutely thrilling. Team captain, cover the video game, super good. The one we'll have to keep an eye out for, originally the International Pathway Program, the Jets signed the German offensive lineman Leander Wiegand. They listed him at tackle. Now they've switched him to guard. So it'll be kind of interesting if that's where it stays. He's 6'6", 318 pounds. He didn't participate in the rookie minicamp this weekend for some unknown reason. So hopefully there's nothing bad there. But again, he has a roster exemption anyway, so there should be no problem there. But Leander Wiegand out of Germany, big German strong offensive lineman, had 38 bench press reps of 225 pounds. Unbelievable. Keep an eye out for him. I'm sort of intrigued. We haven't talked a lot about this player, but Clemson defensive tackle Peyton Page, 6'4", 300 pounds. Didn't play a lot as a former team captain. Didn't play a lot at Clemson. But Clemson has been well known for their defensive line rotation. So he's a very intriguing guy who, when he first got to Clemson, was 395 pounds. He lost over 100 pounds and got super serious about his craft. And so, yeah, he's a very talented guy. We talked about him before. Fatorma Moba or Fat Orma, whichever he prefers. I'm unaware at this point. Out of West Virginia, 6'4", 306 pounds. All the defensive tackles we're going to sort of highlight here as players that have a chance to make some noise as well on the roster. He's another one to shout out. Obviously, a couple of the DBs. You got Dean Clark and Jordan Clark. Dean Clark's the one out of Fresno State. The Jets gave him serious guaranteed money. That's normally a good sign of telling them how highly they feel about him. So he was at Fresno State most recently. And Jordan Clark is the son of Ryan Clark, ESPN NFL analyst. And he's competing for a roster spot as well. And then kicker, Caden Davis. Let's keep an eye out for him. Caden Davis as well. Let's go back to the phone lines. We got our boy EZ here on the show. What's up, EZ? EZ? Big EZD? No ECD. Sorry, EC. Sorry, pal. Don't know what's happening there. I'll try to kick you out and see if we can bring you back in, pal. Sorry about that, EZ. I don't know what's going on with your Wi-Fi situation. Alan said, EZ never looks so good. Hey, now. Come on, now. Yeah. And Jets82 says, doesn't matter. Fat and DT. Love it. There you go. Yeah. Shout out to, again, Caden Davis. He's going to have a shot at kicker. As a UDFA. These guys are already signed, by the way. They're not competing for a tryout opportunity. They already signed. Jordan Clark, again, the son of Ryan Clark. He's a smaller guy, more nickel corner, but he's pretty versatile. 5'9", 184. Dean Clark's much bigger, 208 pounds. He's got more weight on him and size. He's at 6 foot flat. Intriguing guy, 5 interceptions in college, 42 starts. Special teams experience, which AG said is very important. Which could show you why they were caring about some of these guys. And then a lot of the tryout players. Let's see, what was here are the 12 tryout players that tried out over the weekend. We had Avery Boyd, a 6'1" tight end, 239 pounds out of Georgia Tech. You had Kevin Burkett, an offensive lineman, 6'2", 325 pounds out of Elon. Warren Burrell, the corner, 6'1", 191 pounds, also Georgia Tech. Michael Fletcher, a big boy defensive lineman height-wise, 6'5", 288 out of Appalachian State. Taji Johnson, the wide receiver, 6'2", Boston College, 213 pounds. Another safety, Trey Jones, 6'1", 219 pounds out of Texas A&M. Connor Shea, the linebacker, 6'1", 227 pounds out of Wyoming. Shamari Simmons, safety, 5'11", 195, Arizona State. Andrew Stokes, the punter, 6'6", 229 pounds, South Florida. Very cool story. Australian guy from Perth, Australia, getting an opportunity. He's had sort of a wild journey. I believe he's 30 years of age, so a older, young rookie. Try to keep track of that, but again, I love our boy Thomas Morstead, but some of those Australians have come over from down under and done a pretty nice job. We already talked about Lawrence Toafili, the running back out of Florida State, 5'11", 194. He's been sort of intriguing. Obviously, Giovanni Williams has gotten a lot of love. Linebacker Miles, 5'10", 209. But he says Giovanni said at his press conference he's up to 222, so keep that in mind. And then finally, a long snapper, why not? Sean Racker, 6'4", 232 out of Indiana. Coming up on the show. Those are all of your tryout players. Is the list I just went through in full with the players that tried out over the last couple of days. Again, the information should be there coming. Again, apparently maybe not live here on the show, but should be coming in the very near future about whether any of these guys made it. I would anticipate someone did, but we'll see. For Lily and Big D, what are the Jets doing? Having opening tryouts like the movie Invincible? Well, the movie, I loved the movie Invincible. That was a good one. So, yeah, a lot of teams do this, give some rookie minicamp tryout opportunities to people that are sort of intriguing. And hey, AG's message was, hey, man, if you're in the building, you got a shot. And again, it would be cool and it'd be great for social media and everything else. If Giovanni Williams just made it on the 90-man roster, you never want to take a roster spot from someone else, so hopefully he earns it. Vince Papali, baby. Yes, absolutely. So we'll see. Out of the tryout guys, I'm scanning through. Giovanni Williams obviously has a shot, but some of the athletic measurables aren't great. Let me see who else has a shot in this group. Connor Shea is a guy to keep an eye out for sure. Linebacker, 6'1", 227. We got some room at linebacker. I doubt we go with another punter, no matter how good Andrew Stokes looks, because we already signed Austin McNamara and you have Thomas Morstead, a third punter. That'd be interesting resource allocation there. So maybe not. Lawrence Toafili apparently impressed, so he could be another running back competing with Donovan Edwards for RB4 if he makes this roster. Again, these players I'm talking about right now are tryouts only. So based on whatever happened over the coming days, they will either make the roster or they're free agents. So keep that in mind. And I don't think it's going to be a lot from this group because no NFL team is just going to try out and then like 12 of these guys make it at 12. That's unlikely. So I'd probably say Giovanni Williams, Lawrence Toafili, Connor Shea, and maybe Michael Fletcher are probably the four to watch from this group that could end up making it as tryout players. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, Lucas says it. Compete, compete, compete. That is the Aaron Glenn line. There's no doubt about it. The Aaron Glenn line. Again, we'll learn even more about the schedule. So let's go. Here's this from Yo Holmes. Miami cut a kid after 1 day of rookie minicamp. That's brutal. Yeah, that's, it's the unfortunate reality of it. I've seen it with other teams at 1 day, and either they just say, nah, it's just not going to happen. They don't just see it with the player or what have you. But, yeah, it's the NFL is a cold-blooded business, man. So, which, again, they may not, Aaron Glenn has said it's a lovely story of Giovanni Williams, but maybe they're just going to be like, yeah, no. I don't know. I don't know what Giovanni Williams showed in that building. If he makes a roster, we'll have Giovanni on the show. We're interacting on social media. So I'd love to have Giovanni on the show and talk to him more. He seems like a really interesting cat. If he makes a team, we'll definitely set up a chat. Oh, boy. And, yeah, let's bring this up. Alan says, BG, will you talk about Mason Graham's weekend at Brown's rookie camp? Ouch. And I was a big proponent of Mason Graham during the pre-draft process, but he is apparently having a very rough time at Brown's rookie minicamp. He's thrown up all over the place through his helmet like a scene from a movie or something. I mean, it is looking bad. And Browns fans are pissed because they gave up this generational player in Travis Hunter for Mason Graham. And I thought the move was great. I give the Browns an A+ draft. I was like, they got a lot of players I like, number one. Number two, to acquire a future first-round draft choice and just still stay in the top 5, that's incredibly impressive. So that's pretty good. By the way, let me get to something I missed earlier. I want to make sure we get to our boy Bubba Badshaw here on the show. He sent in a member shout-out, and it's coming late, but nonetheless.
Wow.
Bubba Badshaw, a.k.a. Brandon Bradshaw, has been a member for 10 months, and I'm looking forward to meeting him for the very first time for this Jets game, and he asks the Triple H question, are you ready? He says, are y'all ready for the Boy Green Tailgate? Let's go. Again, let me check. Let me see if there's been any other additions here live on the show. Okay, no. So we're still at 62 tickets so far committed to this Jets home game. I will give it another plug as we're nearing the end of the program here and say this. We have 400 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. If you guys want to, this is an awesome community, and I love that we all get to be together here for this community. And I'm looking forward to meeting a bunch of you Boy Green Coffee Club members that have sort of gravitated to this show for one reason or another because it's consistent or always in the morning, or you like what I bring to the table, or you like everyone else that's in here, whatever the reason is. I can't wait for us to all bask in each other's presence, and we will be doing that for a Jets home game. Woody's going to be there. My whole family's going to be there. My fiance, my children, you guys will get to meet them that I talk about all the time. The wonderful Zariah Luna is going to be here for the Jets game. My son will be there for his first Jets game. And I can't wait to combine family, football all together. It's going to be a great time. So again, if you have any interest, I am hosting a Jets home game. What that means is this. I've reached out to the Jets ahead of time, ahead of the schedule release, and say, hey, me and all the Boy Green Coffee Club members and Jet fans want to go to a game and we want to sit together. I put down a deposit for the tickets because I said, this is serious. I want to do this. And they said, cool, we will give you the best possible price. No taxes, no fees that get run up. We all know it. If we buy tickets to any kind of place, no taxes, no fees, no nothing. If you buy a ticket through me, you get none of that crap. So I'll give you the best possible price for the best possible seat. And we'll keep an eye on it. I don't know exactly what seats are going to be available yet. Again, as we pick the game and see the ticket availability, we'll figure all that out. And as soon as I know, that's why you guys put up on the sign-up sheet, hey, I'm interested in 4 tickets, Paul, and here's my email. And if I reach out to you and say, hey, the tickets are going to be this much and this, you're like, nah, I don't want to do it anymore. No worries. There's no commitment from the sign-up sheet. The only thing really the sign-up sheet does is give me a head count for the Jets. And number 2, as soon as we get the information, I want to be able to reach out to you immediately. Say, hey, you said you're interested in 4 tickets, right? And the person goes, yep, I'm all in. And here's the prices. It's boop, 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 boop. And we'll give you all the details. So I'm looking forward to it. So again, it's going to be awesome. If you want to sign up, continue to do it. I'll have the sign-up sheet as the pinned comment. It's not the pinned comment right now. That's the phone lines, but I'll have it always in the YouTube description of every video moving forward. So, guys, you will have plenty of opportunities to sign up. Some of you are waiting for the Jets schedule to fully come out before you pot commit to anything, and that's fine too. You guys can feel free to do that. Eventually, we'll have to tell the Jets a number. That's why the numbers here will be important. But pour one out for our boy Bubba Badshaw here on the show. I appreciate you, pal. Yeah. So pretty cool. So shout out to Badshaw there. That's awesome. And like I said, I can't wait for you guys to meet my family. It'll be a good old time. Hennessy says, unfortunately, I can't commit till I see the date. No problem. I know several people are that way. Totally makes sense. So no worries. Yeah. J-Boy says, what do I got to do for a live in-person wow? That's a good question. I don't know. We'll see how she reacts. She's normally a very good people person. So my daughter, Zariah Luna. So, we're still working on the Jet chant. That part isn't finalized yet, but we got a couple of months. Maybe we can work through it. But she's got a couple other catchphrases and things I think you guys will enjoy. But we'll see. A live wow. That'd be awesome. I think we're going to have a mic there, too, for whatever we'll be doing. Or we'll go, hey, or we'll yell it. Either way, we'll figure it out. Yeah. For Lily and Big D says, once the schedule comes out and dates are set, I can make a decision on which game or games I'll be traveling to New Jersey for. Awesome. So, like I said, the schedule will be the ultimate equalizer in terms of giving us a lot of info on that. So, yeah. So, that'll be a good old time. I can't wait. Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning into the show. We'll be back on. Here's what's coming up. Obviously, more schedule stuff is going to continue to, and I don't want to say leak because they're purposely sharing it, so it's not a leak. But there will be actual leaks, apparently, that come in the coming days. We'll see what happens. But here's a couple of things. Tomorrow, we have another episode of Boy Green Daily. That should be awesome. Maybe on this Jay Gruden business. Oh, boy. We'll see. I don't know if it'll be Jay Gruden, but that's possible. We have Boy Green meets Woody tomorrow. We will predict the entire 18-week New York Jets schedule based on whatever the information is. That will be live at 3 o'clock with myself and James Woody. On Thursday, we will react to the schedule. So we'll also do that on Boy Green Daily on Thursday morning, too. But we'll react to the schedule, pick our top 5 games we like, and all that other jazz. It's going to be a lot of content this week. I can't wait for it. And then OTAs next week. So let's friggin' go. Like the video, hit subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. And continue to hit up the sign-up sheet if you guys are interested. Again, the schedule comes out on Wednesday. And also, let me just say this before I go. The Celtics are tying up their series tonight. Okay? First game, they led by 20. Second game, they led by 20. Game 3, they led by 30. Okay? Another bloodbath is coming to the great people in Madison Square Garden. So go Celtics. Y'all know what's happening. An important game tonight. Very important. And, hey, LGC. Let's go Celtics. Let's go Celtics. Come on. Y'all love the green. Let's go. All right. Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow morning. Take care. Peace.